Hello, welcome to We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
Every week, Steve Wildcard and I get together and we do our best to. Steven, we're making comics, and guess what, dude? Guess what? Our new comic book
What?
is freaking funded on Kickstarter. It should
Fully funded.
fully funded. I'm first of all super relieved. Can't be relieved enough. I had a moment because I was nervous about this one. I was I was a little nervous going in because it's been a while since we launched the Kickstarter, and I wasn't sure if people were going to show up. And then what happened was a lot of people showed up right away, and then nothing for a day. And I was like, okay,
Crickets.
okay, what if that was it? And I was like, so I'm like, I'm nervous again. I'm like up in my I was dying, dude. And then we got kind of like an influx of backers, and then we got like our biggest backer, which is your uncle, who showed
The
up.
Don, Chris the Don.
And what makes me happy? Like, we're almost to the point now. We're very close to the point now where we would have done it without him. We would have made it. And that's always like my point. I was like, we need this.
He even told me that. He goes, I always wait. He goes, I always wait to contribute because I want people to contribute to it before I even drop anything.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that's how crowdfunding kind of works. If you see a project is succeeding, of course, if you're the type of person that's trying to get projects funded, you're going to prioritize other projects. And that's completely understandable.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, and thankfully, there are still the people out there who are like, oh, now that I see that it's funded, I'll definitely get a book, so I'm gonna throw some money at. I'm hoping more of those people show up, because right now it's like, oh, we are today was a
hopefully I get them all, but man, I have to send huge thanks. They're the core. They're the people that show up all the time for us anyway. Yeah. I just want to give a huge shout out to the colony, basically the cultists, the people that bring the dirt flavored Kool-Aid to the new recruits. Thank you so much. You know who you are, but just for some shout outs, like Sean, Levi, Chris, Fowler, KT, all of you all are so incredible, and I'm just so thankful for your contributions and your belief in us. You all are just such sweet and kind individuals, and we love your friendship and we love you.
Yeah, we're so thankful for your support. And it's I was struggling with this today a little bit, because I was like, we don't have a lot of backers yet, for this book. And I was like, it sucks. But at the same time, it's like, I am so thankful that some people show up and they really do believe in what we're doing enough to make sure we cross that finish line every time. They really do, and they show up for us, and we're going to give you the best book we could possibly give you. We're trying our best. We've been trying our best, and I think it's going to be a really great book. I really hope more people show up. So if you're out there right now and you haven't backed our new Kickstarter, the link's in the description. Please go check it out. It's a supernatural superhero culty comedy comic, and I think it's good. It's issue 3. There are a bunch of
definitely fun.
Yeah, there are a bunch of fun rewards. It's there are catch-up comics if you haven't read the first 2, and you want to make sure you get them all. You got to catch them all. You can do that. You can throw your Pokeball at that particular tier and catch them. But yeah, we hope you'll show up for those, and we thank everyone who has and who will or who might. And if you're considering it, please do. Otherwise, steal your grandparents' credit cards and back our comic book. That's what we need to do. But Steven, I'm so happy.
The podcasters on We Have Issues do not condone you thieving from your grandparents. We love your grandparents. We wish they would watch our podcast. Not back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Very true. Steven, I have so much going on this week. So okay, let's really quick. Normally what we do is we talk about what we wanted, or what we wanted to do, and what we were able to accomplish and stuff. But I want to say okay, Steven, instead of going right into what you actually did, what were your issues this week? What actually got in the way, since that's our it's our show.
As per usual, my issues are very steady and set in stone. Sometimes work is just really physically demanding on me, and I get really tired, and it's really hard to motivate after I get off of work, because that's really when I have time, is after dinner. The kids, Tina and I will put a show on, and then I just kind of draw while we watch something, and then we put the kids to bed. So previous week I did have some stresses and carryovers from some hard days that last week at work, but I was still, through my issues that I experienced, I was still able to finish an entire page and add in 3 cameos to the book. So all that's left is half of a page and then the other 3 cameos.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. And that's so amazing. I saw your cameos, and they're like, the one of KT is so cute. I was like, I'm so glad like that all
I
worked.
actually changed where you were and everything on that.
Yeah.
Like I adjusted it so that way that Deathless didn't overtake
Yeah.
you two in the background, but
It looks so good. And like I've had like several people approach me and say like, I wish there were more of these. I missed this opportunity. And I was like, this is one of the few, this is like the only issue where like we can't fit a bunch. But yeah, dude, I that's those cameos are freaking awesome. I'm so glad people like them, and like I love that. Like I'm so glad like that works out. Everyone seems to like just get really into that, and like like it helps people want to show our book to people because they're like, oh look, I'm in a comic book, And so I do that. I literally show Atlas every time I'm in a comic book. I'm like, look, buddy, I only had to spend this much money to do that. Like it's not but it's cool. It's a fun thing. This week I had issues, Stephen, because I went to New
geez.
Jersey. I went to New Jersey this week.
The
And
Jazzy.
Stephen, first of all, let me tell you, I brought my tablet because I was like, I'm going to have like 2.5 hours on a plane. I can color the whole time. I take my tablet out at the airport and it was dead. Like I charged it. I charged it the day before. I don't know how it happened. I guess I left it on while I was like in travel or something. Like, and it was dead. And I was like, there goes all of that. Like there goes all of that opportunity to do anything at all. Okay, cool. So then I charged it in the hotel, and on the way home, I went to go start it, and it was dead again on the plane. And I was like,
What
why?
is happening?
I
Who
don't
is
know.
stealing the power from this
Yeah.
battery?
I was like, does this battery not hold it? Because like to be fair, I've had this particular tablet for a long time now. I've never used it when it's not plugged in. Like it's almost always plugged. Like right now, I'm recording on it and it's plugged in. So I was like, maybe it just isn't able to hold a charge anymore. I know that happens sometimes, but I'm like, damn it.
It's just evolved into a desktop without your knowing.
Pretty much.
Devolved? I'm not even sure.
Yeah. I don't know what it's doing, but it's not being nice. Anyway, so I was not able to do any coloring on my trip, and that sucks. So I failed. I failed, Steven.
Every time I go on like any sort of vacation, I always bring my iPad, and every time I do, I never do anything with it.
Yeah.
I just like, but like I get the I bring it because you never know when inspiration strikes as an artist. Like that, it could literally strike at this one moment that's perfect to do it, and then you wouldn't have it, and that would be worse. So I'd rather just bring the device and not use it than not have it when I want it.
Oh, 100%, dude. And oh man, but it was such a fun trip. Like we stayed in this really cool Airbnb that was like in an apartment above someone's garage in like this old cool house in New Jersey, and it was gorgeous. I got to see deer and geese. I saw freaking live geese, Steven. And I was
man.
I was like, what is this ancient bird? I wanted to fight one because like I could take it. I could take a goose.
That's the whole thing, right? They're aggressive little SOBs. So.
I gotta prove to Jersey that I could take on a goose. But
there's one of them Florida men doing what those Florida men do.
It's another Florida man.
I love how you're like not a Florida man, but like the Florida man in you just came out. Like,
I
must conquer the local wildlife.
I like how like the old Jersey, like the old Jerseyans are like, there's another Florida man eating a goose again.
Eating a goose.
Can't stop those. I don't know why that's what they sound like in New Jersey to me. Actually, Steve, you know what? I didn't hear one person say "hey" except for KT over and over. It was adorable. I have to tell real quick though. I have to tell the story because she's not here to stop me. Stupid. Okay, you know when you go through TSA and you're like, I definitely don't have any weapons on me. I definitely am not going to like. I don't have. There are things I'm going to take my shoes off when they tell me to because otherwise they're going to throw me against the wall and put things in my body. Like I want. I'd like to.
I'm going to feel what that finger feels like.
Yeah, I'd like to not be searched. I have cavities that do not need to be explored at this time. No spelunking is necessary on this trip. Those kind of moments where you're like, yeah, TSA. That's what you know what they want to do, and you know how to avoid it. So my fiance and I go to the TSA, and I'm doing all the things. I'm like, oh, don't diddle me. I'm like I'm doing my by the way, in Florida, you do this pose at the TSA, and in Jersey, you do this pose. And I'm like, do they just around the country or around the world make us do different poses and put like rich people put them together and make like signs? Are we like, what are we doing? What is this? Why do we do this? And why do we do
in
this?
Oklahoma? X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
So like,
so yeah, I just thought it was so weird. I was like, why is it a different post? Like, is it more effective, less effective? What's going on? What am I summoning? I hope it's exhibit. But yeah.
I'm gonna pimp your ride. What? Where are we?
This is the best plane I've ever seen. It's the soul plane, of course.
For your 2 hour flight, we added a fish bowl. What? With sharks? Why do you have what?
What?
This sounds very difficult to maintain for 2 hours in flight.
I'm not mad. They're all flying fish now. So, dude, okay, so we get there, you know, and I'm doing the things and she's doing the things, and she, you know, she puts her bag up and I put my bag up and we're all good. We go through the thing, we, you know, we do the, you know, we do the stuff, and they give me my bag and they push hers off to the side, and she's like, oh, here we go. They're doing this, and she's like, I know there's nothing in there. Why are they doing this? There's nothing in there. Like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Like, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, what are they doing? And I'm like, of course, I'm on her team. You know, I'm like, yeah. Why are they doing this? So they're wasting our time. Come on, let us go to New Jersey. Why does it matter if we brought an alligator or whatever? Like, let us get there, you know? And the TSA agent holds up, I'm going to say conservatively, a gallon bottle, like a gallon sized bottle of contact solution. Like, so I look at KT and I'm just like, you were gonna bring a gallon bottle of contact solution in New Jersey? And she's like, I forgot it was. And I go, wait, how many contacts did you bring? And she said 0. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, what are you hoping to accomplish with this much?
I need to soak my glasses overnight, okay?
But dude, like, I was just like, I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, she was like, yeah, just toss it. And the guy was like, oh, okay. And just like threw away all of our bomb supplies. So it was like, we couldn't even.
FBI agents just break down your door. We knew it.
We knew it.
When I went through TS, I got on the way home, I got the full Monty treatment.
What did you? What?
Not like the full, not the spelunking part, but I got like a dick tap, like a dick grab.
They grabbed it? I bet.
No, they grabbed it.
It's because it's your house cleaners. Your house cleaners told them what happened. They had to know.
You must know the legend.
They had to know. No, but wait.
Whether the legend's good or bad, we don't know, folks. But
Steven, are you saying that you didn't properly do the YMCA? What happened?
Dude, my bag didn't go through, and then I don't even know what would have been in my bag that would have said. I really do think I was just one of the random searches. Yeah, possible. And then I got the full like pat down though, like where they touched every part of me, but just clothes on, you know.
Yeah. Dude,
we only went to second base, but
but oh my god, yeah, like I mean, the first time I went through TSA when I went to New York, they checked my bag. And I think it was just because I overpacked everything on the way home. Like because I had souvenirs and I had all this stuff. And I think like it probably just went off and like, they were like, we don't know what's in this. And I'm like, it's Dungeons and Dragons stuff, you know, like nothing, like you're going to feel stupid. But yeah, like they checked it. They didn't have to like touch me or anything, but yeah, that's always my fear. I'm like, I don't want someone like feeling me up in the middle.
It is pretty crazy that for the case of national security, we just completely allow people to touch our bodies. It's so strange.
It's so strange, you know. It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't like any of it. But thankfully, like, you know, she's like, all right, yeah, just throw it away, and they did, and we just went on with our business, which is weird because if it was suspicious, if they're like, this is bomb juice, wouldn't you be like, you're arrested? Because you were going to
figure this out. Yeah. So I think with planes though, there's for some reason, like Tina knows this type of stuff. I would never know this kind of stuff, but you can't have like any liquids in your bag. Like, so it's just, you can't, they're just like super strict. I'm guessing because
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
it's funny.
know.
They probably say, "Oh, well, it's because you can concoct some sort of chemical reaction and cause a blah 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 like explosion on the plane." But what it really is they don't want you sneaking gin aboard the plane because they want to sell you all the expensive airplane alcohol. You know, they're like, ah, no, no, you have to buy our twenty
You
three
need to
dollar.
buy the 36,000 foot alcohol. Okay, this
Exactly.
is
That's
very
that's the
special
only
alcohol.
dude. Oh, but aside from that, like the plane ride was great, everything was fun. I think flying is cool. Like Katie's like scared as heck, like she's like squeezing my hand. She was cute about it. She wasn't like William Shatner like freaking out, like John Lithgow like screaming with sweat coming out of her face. But
Oh yeah, because flights can be like the only flight I've ever been on where it got a little weird was I think it was when we were coming home from Vegas. The
yeah,
turbulence was wild, and like
yeah, we,
turbulence doesn't feel good because like
no,
you are completely out of control. So
yeah,
yes, when the magical bird that can fly through the air and cart humans across the globe starts to shake and tremble, you're
yes,
just like, is this normal? And then like the flight
yep.
attendants are just like, yeah, this is like they experience this all the time, but like it is violent. It is a
Oh yeah.
violent situation that happens
Oh,
when turbulence
yeah, dude.
happens. And,
We hit like a little bit of it on the way home, and I was
uh-huh.
like, "Oh, this isn't good," And like, there was one thing that like I talked to Katie about it like for a little bit because she doesn't like having the windows open at all. For me, it made it a little scarier to land without like seeing where we were, like seeing when we're descending and like knowing like, oh yeah, we're straight, we're like everything's fine. Like I felt like the blah 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 blah, and I was like, are we
Mm.
dying? Are we like what is happening? Like this is weird. It was very weird. Like just like looking forward and being like, I have no bearings. Like I don't know where I am at all. I don't know how the plane is. I assume we're landing. This is weird. But it was fun. Like I really like flying. And Jersey was so much fun. Every
The weather was probably really brisk too, I
dude,
imagine. Yeah,
the weather was beautiful. It was cold, but not like freezing. We went to
sun's still warm and
yeah, it was gorgeous. We went to the beach and like we just like went to see where my fiance was, like raised essentially, and like it was really cool to see it all. I got to meet her best friend and like Steven, I got the okay from the best friend, like her, like who will be like her maid of honor, like likes me, and also she backed her comic. She backed Deathless while I was there.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Thank you,
what's cool?
friend.
Yeah, thank you so much. And like what was really cool is I didn't even like tell her to do it. Like we literally were on our way home and I was like, "Oh my god, we got a new backer." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's freaking your friend." I was like, "This is amazing." I was ugh. So
Well, we got to make sure, even if she didn't back it for the other issues, we still got to make sure to send her the set.
yeah. Oh no, I know she got the whole ketchup set.
Oh,
So
she's
yeah.
awesome.
Oh no, so awesome. I think we should send her a play it again just because like she'd like that book. But dude,
Mm.
I was so relieved, and it was something that like I was a little worried about because like Katie's previous relationship was terrible, and she's had bad like me, like she's had like a bad history with relationships, and her friend is naturally just like a little reticent, like a little like apprehensive, just like I don't really want to trust this new guy, or I'm not sure about this, and it seems fast because it is fast,
Mm-hmm.
but like once we hit it off and we met, and it was like it was fun hanging out with them. We played games together. We spent the whole day. We went to Red Bank. We got to see Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash. Like it was so cool, dude.
That's
Going to
awesome.
going to Jane Silent Bob's Secret Stash was so cool. Like everyone we went with was really cool because like they don't care. Like I mean, they don't like for them they don't know those movies and stuff like I do. But I was just like this is my whole freaking childhood. And I'm like walking around like
I've
seeing
seen
like
this place.
dude, and it's not just like seeing the place. It's like you literally see like the original drawing from Chasing Amy with like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny
That's
and stuff,
cool.
and like you literally see like stuff from the movies that it's the actual stuff in the movie. So it's really cool. I got a Clerks 3 screenplay like signed by Kevin Smith and stuff, and I'm just like
That's awesome.
yeah, it's so cool. I wish he would have been there, but I know he's doing something in California or whatever. But we'll get him one day.
We'll
But
get you, Kevin. We're
but dude,
coming for you, buddy.
yeah, we are. No, that's what
Maybe
she said.
episode 300.
Yeah. Oh God, Kevin Smith, please just join us for at
Please.
least episode 300, and we have 220 of
You
these.
got 80. You got 80 more to decide, man. Like you can.
Oh man. Speaking of that,
And then Jameson Newlander, you're dead to me, okay?
oh, you're
Like,
dead to me, Jameson Newlander. You've talked to us, you fooled us twice, dead to me.
fool me once, shame on me.
Fool me,
Shame on you. Fool me
yeah,
twice,
shame on you again.
strike three.
Dead to
No,
me.
Michael Scott.
Strike
Michael
three.
Scott.
Yeah,
Fool
yeah,
me
Michael
once, shame
Scott.
on you. Fool me twice, strike three.
So good. Um, no, you know what though? That's something I'm gonna do soon. Probably not this week because I'm gonna talk about that in a second actually. But like, I'm going to start reaching out to people in a more formal way, like people like Kevin Smith and people that we actually want to talk to, like Claudio, Kevin Smith, and like the people who are like influential in like, you know, broader ways to us. I want to start like trying to get them on our show in ways other than just like reaching out on social media for fun, you know. So like I'll be a little more professional about it, even though I hate it, Steven. I hate it. I hate writing emails and stuff.
You know what? We're like so resistant to doing everything by the book, but it turns out we just actually have to do stuff by the book. Like the book was written for a reason.
You got, yeah, sometimes you gotta read. Sometimes you gotta read a book, Steven. That's all there is to it. It's here we are making books. We're like, read? What? Ew, gross. Like what?
We're rebels, okay? We
We're
do
rebels.
it the way we do it.
We don't,
over
yeah, we don't
time.
read.
Okay, these are all lessons we should have applied from the beginning. I completely
Yeah,
understand
100%. We're
where
totally
we messed up as people.
Episode 1, if we have issues, we're gonna do this right this time. But dude, so this week, I start moving in with my
That's
fiance.
so awesome, dude.
KT Carlisle, and dude, I am so freaking excited. It's going to be so nice. Like we practically spend every day together anyway, or like every night together, and it's gonna be so nice to like just be able to have that convenience and not feel like the pressure of like, oh well, like while you're here we need to like be spending, like doing certain things, like watching certain things, we only have so much time. Because like when it's like after I film this, I'm like, all right, let's just go and watch something together and hang out and spend time, and like that's nice.
I'm so excited for you two to like. That's a big step, but it's a great big. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the most logical step ever. But like,
Yeah.
this is awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like I'm a little nervous about it. Like she has dogs and Atlas is naturally afraid of dogs, but I also feel like that's something that they'll become comfortable with each other over time, and it's just going to be like a natural thing that we'll get through, and will there be like weird hiccups and it's going to be a little awkward at first? Yeah, like it's gonna, we're going to have issues, but honestly I'm so excited for this. Like I'm not nervous about it. I think we're like, I mean, we just went on vacation together and lived in one bedroom together, for like 6 days, and it was amazing. Like the whole time is great, and I don't know. It's like she's one of those people. Like she's my favorite person to talk to who isn't you. You know what I mean? Like I
hear
love
that, KT? She's your second, just as it should be.
as it should be.
Of course, we tell you guys that you're first.
I don't say that to her. She knows. She knows. No,
She knows.
Okay. But dude, speaking of that, I came up with this. So I had an idea. You ever see those like Diary of a Wimpy Kid books, or like Captain Underpants, and like those kind of things where it's like basically writing, and then they're like little easy drawings. It's like a super light novel. But not a light.
Exactly you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a elementary school, middle grade, like light novel essentially. I came up with this idea about about like being a father and like raising kids and trying to like have a relationship with your kid, and being a kid and trying to like maintain that relationship with your dad, and how it's like you're growing apart but you're growing as yourself. And I wanted to like write one of those stories because Atlas is at that age where I'm like, I know he's like right on the cusp of like, he's not that he's gonna hate me, but he's gonna want distance.
It's time for him to like create his space.
Yeah, and I know that, so I'm just like, oh man, here it comes. But I was like, what, that it manifests itself differently with different kids, and I was like, there are a lot of stories to tell and a lot of fears people have and a lot of like lessons to learn and like journeys to take through that. And I was like, it would be kind of cool to write a middle-aged like simple book like that with like really easy, like simple little drawings, called Crypt Dads. So it's all like Bigfoot, like it's like Bigfoot with like his son, and then like Mothman with his son, and like Loch Ness Monster with his son, and it's just like so it's just like each one would just be like a short like light novel with just like about like Bigfoot and his son, and then you can like do like a whole series like that of their like interactions and stuff, and it could be like from the kid's perspective, and it's just like ugh about my crypt dad, you know.
Yeah, how lame Sasquatch Papa is, and
Yeah, and exactly, and it's like he's trying his best, but yeah, at some point you kind of like you're a monster to each other, and you know it's
Mhm.
but you still love each other, and
Yeah,
you're still there even.
it's just all part of the journey of becoming an adult, right?
Yeah.
So
So I don't know. I was thinking about that, and I was like, I could because I have so much more time now, and I'm like, oh my god, like when I get done coloring, I mean, lettering is going to be no problem at all. But I miss writing so much because I'm already like over an issue ahead of with Deathless. So I'm just like,
writing wise, yeah.
yeah. So I'm just like, I want to get back to writing so I don't like lose it. It's like if if you don't use it, you lose it type of thing. Which like I don't know how true that is, but it feels like it's good to exercise it.
There is like a sluggish, like for example, prior to like really like diving into Bloodlust, working on like a page, really trying to get a page or two a week and things like that, like you do get I got sluggish with my pages, and then like it was like relearning how fast to draw stuff again, and not like not committing to certain things, and
Yes.
like getting lost in the drawing. And
Yeah, dude.
after doing that, it's like completely like reprogram me back to like the full speed ahead again. So it I get that whole not using it, you lose it, but you
Yeah.
don't lose it. You just you have to rebuild the momentum again, is really
Yeah,
what you have to rebuild. Your
exactly.
skill is still there, but your momentum is gone. So you have to
Yeah.
reestablish from it. You gotta get
Yeah.
that inertia going. You gotta make Isaac Newton happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. And that's true. And I like that. So that's what I want to start doing that again. I need to start like a new writing, regimen where I just like I want to
Mm.
get back into it and kind of like like exercise those muscles again.
Flex them writing
Flex them
muscles.
right. Exactly. So I want to start doing that. I want to like start writing that thing, especially since I think it'll be easy and fun for me because it's the kind of thing that like I like writing. I like writing about monsters and family and like that
We're
relationship.
family.
But dude, I don't know. I've been thinking about like all like new projects and stuff, and like ever since I've this relationship snuck up on me, I'm just like, oh my god, at some point I want to write like a fun like romantic comedy thing that's not a breakup story because I haven't done that. Like I've only written from my experience with like things not working out. I've never written from like, oh my god, look at this. Like, what do you do when the stars align? Like how does that work? And like it's interesting to think about that stuff. And I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, it's hard to make those things not Hallmark movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
because like,
Play it, just call it Play It Forever, and then it's just like the most beautiful story ever.
yeah,
It's just this heart filling, like all happiness, no sadness.
oh,
There's no third act tragedy with a
right,
fourth act
exactly.
redemption. No, it's
No,
just 4 acts of pure bliss.
that's right. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for, Steven. That's what I'm hoping for. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I don't know. Wait, like, we'll see. I'm trying to get this coloring done, but I'm going to have like this week, I'm going to be packing up to move into a new place. But I will get a lot of coloring done because that only requires a tablet and a plug. So I'll be able to do that no matter where I am or no matter what I'm doing. But I'm excited to like get situated in a new office and like actually
It's
have like
gonna be
a nice
sweet.
separate space aside from my bedroom, which it'll probably look just like this anyway. Like I've been talking to KT and like we've been like maybe we'll split the room where like I'll have one half like my stuff and she'll have one half like her stuff, and we'll just have like
You should like literally paint each side like a different color too, like a
like
yin and
it's like
yang.
a
That'd be
like
so.
90s like a 90s episode where like they have to split a room, so they put tape around the whole thing. It's like that's mine, don't touch. I'll put my name on everything. But I'm excited for it, dude. It's gonna be fun.
That's so awesome, dude.
I'll talk more about that next week when we're like actively going to be moving next week. So like we'll see how that goes. But what are you gonna be working on this week?
I'm gonna finish up Deathless, and then it's just kind of picking and choosing where I'm gonna put the cameos. Where I would suggest, I don't know how far along you are with coloring.
Yeah.
Where I would suggest avoid coloring is just like I'm saying, those 2 pages, the mirrored pages where it's like Deathless being, like I'm talking about with the cultist from like long
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like those 2 pages. I think that's where I'm gonna cram the rest of the cameos because I
Gotcha.
feel like those are perfect for it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay.
other than that, I'm gonna finish page 21. 22 is already done, obviously. I'm gonna
Yeah.
finish page 21, and then yeah, it's gonna be just kind of putting in some of the pens I missed or the inks I missed, and then it's shading, buddy. I should work on that other alternate cover too. But yeah,
Yes. Heck yeah, dude. I'm
That's
so
my part.
excited. This week I'm going to color, I'm gonna aim for at least 3 pages. I should be able to do more. But I'm go like
That's amazing.
I'm setting my bar a little bit lower just because I have to pack up and do all that stuff. But like, dude, once we're like established, like this is going to be much easier for me. You know, like I'm essentially
Mhm.
going to have from 8 o'clock until like 4. Like I'll work from 8 to 4, just like comic books and stuff, you know. So
Straight, yeah.
it'll just
Just
be,
be done with it.
yeah, it'll just be my job, you know. So it'll like I will definitely get it done pretty quickly. I gave us until March on the Kickstarter, so we should be able
Oh
to.
well, I mean, granted, like I said, I am nervous about holiday when
Yeah,
like just ordering stuff. I'm not like this is the first time we've ever been like basically done with the project before, like
yeah,
we will be done with the project before the Kickstarter is even over with.
yeah,
So this is like way ahead, but like obviously it just gives us more time to kind of breathe and do the things that we
yeah,
want to do to make it special. So
for sure, dude. yeah, I'm excited. I'm so ready. I
we
can't.
need to talk t-shirt designs too. I'm not really sure what to do for a t-shirt.
We do.
I want to do something. I like doing like in universe like references.
Yeah,
Like
I do
it's cool
too.
to just throw the character on a shirt, but I do like the Game Dragon shirt was so awesome because it's
And
an
it's so
in universe.
specific. Yeah, it's so specific to that episode too. That's
Hmm.
what that like.
It's
Yeah,
figuring it out. Yeah,
we'll come up with something cool. It could be like, I mean, the chessboard is cool, you know, like
the
like
chess pieces
the chess
even like
pieces. Yeah, you
yeah.
know, like that's cool. They like, you know, we can do something like that, like a really something that's specific to this issue. Hmm. I mean, of course, there's stuff toward the end that's cool, but like, I don't know. Yeah, we'll come up with something. There is not like a business that like he's
Yeah.
in, you know,
The
like
Game Dragon was just such a perfect look because like it's literally like you have one of the employee t-shirts. It's so cool, you
yeah,
know?
that's a special thing. So yeah, we'll come up with something cool. It'll
Mhm.
be fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can do something with like the logo with like puzzle pieces or something, or like,
That'd be cool.
you know, like break it up so it's like specific to this issue and people like,
Hmm.
you know, they get the reference, you know. But yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'm so glad that we made this Kickstarter, that it was successful and people actually showed up for it. I'm really hoping more people back it. So if you're out there right now and you haven't backed our Kickstarter, please hit the link below. Check out our books. I think you'll like something in them, or maybe you know someone who would. They're, you know, the holidays are coming up. You can buy them as gifts. Otherwise, you know, share the link wherever you can in social media. It really will help us out. We really appreciate the heck out of you because,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
Yeah, we just want to get the book into more hands now. We, you know, obviously the
that's
like
all it is.
we are funded at this point, so now
Yep.
it's really just getting more physical copies into people's hands. So let's
Yeah.
just
So
really push that and
yeah. So
get those people.
dude, I'm so thankful because like at this point we can afford the print, like get a good print run of the book, and we can get the like back issues of issue 1, and we're good. Like we don't need a live. We'll get some more
No
stickers.
needs for issue
No
two.
need for issue 2. But and we're good, and like that's perfect. But the more people who back the book, the more people want to read the book, and it, you know, it's just nice to have the support from the people, and just have the readers in general, because I do think that there's an audience out there for the book. We just have to find them, and hopefully they
Mhm.
find us, and you can help us, you know, help them find us by, you know, sharing our show and sharing our stuff wherever you can. I know a lot of people think like, oh, no one sees my post, but everything helps, you know. Every little
Mhm.
share, every little like, every comment, it boosts us in the algorithm, and we really do appreciate you, and we're thankful that you made this far in the episode and that you've supported us at all. So thank you so much. Stephen, what do you want to say to people before we go?
Just like I said before, the colony that shows up, we just love and appreciate each and every one of you. We know you're the same people that come to every episode and watch it and drop love and comments and likes. We genuinely love and appreciate each and every one of you, and we wouldn't be able to continue to do and be motivated to do the things that we've been working on since this little podcast started, like almost what 4 years, 5 years ago now.
Yes, yeah.
So we thank you all so much for that. We just I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, you're all incredible, and we really just, we love you, and just thank you for being a part of this colony and helping us build it as you have over the past almost 5 years, like Steven said.
Mm.
Oh my God, Steven, this is, look at us go. But we're so thankful for you. Until next time, I'm Anthony,
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
and this has been We Have Issues. We'll see you next week.
I'm running out of ideas. I need to start writing down boom ideas.
Hmm. Maybe like song themes, like
Mm.
like think of
Boom, 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 boom,
boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom,
boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.